Hi, I'm Sonia Duffin, Director of Solutions Marketing here at Veritas, and today I'm joined by Tim Berlowski, Global Lead for Cyber Resilience and Data Protection. I'm really excited about the fact that Veritas just took a giant step forward in our cybersecurity best practices by signing the CISA Secure by Design Pledge. It was a couple weeks ago at the RSA conference. We got to be in some pretty awesome company with, some of the industry greats like Google, Cisco, Microsoft, AWS,
But
Qualys.
I just want to point out, we were the first data protection
Yes, we
vendor.
were. That is a great point. It's a voluntary pledge. Everyone that was there were really the early adopters. And what we've seen is really the industry starting to really jump in and also sign up, which is exciting. So tell me a little bit more about the pledge, Tim, and what's exciting about it for us and why we're involved.
Sure. Well, it all starts with a white paper that was written by CISA, and that was actually validated by government agencies around the world. Now, more than I can truly count, like Korea, Netherlands, Germany, Japan, and Canada, and others. And it really meant to describe how to create software which didn't need a ton of work to secure. It was built in a secure fashion. And this really guards against some of the challenges the software industry has had for a long time around defects and bugs, which let the attackers in. And so, I was just thrilled to see this because it really mirrored what we've been doing at Veritas for a long time and what we're doing more of because of really market demand and pressures to increase our security posture.
Yeah, so it really is back at the foundational level, like at the beginning of your engineering stages, you're starting this process of building security right in. Can you tell me a little bit more about how you integrate then all the way through the engineering process?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So if you look at the white paper, what you'll discover, it's really based on a NIST framework called the Secure Software Development Framework. This is something we've been following for a long time. And it really has about 6 or 7 stages where you start out with how you train your developers, all the way through how you have pen testing done. So someone looks to try to penetrate your software, which we do ourselves with our own engineers, plus people from external vendors to make sure it's actually secure. Now, at each step of the process, there's checkpoints and gates and measurements that we do. And I'll tell you, one thing that we do is the people who run that process, they can actually stop a software release. So you can bet it gets everyone's attention to make sure they've met the right requirements in our software releases.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome to hear that it really is foundational at our core to what we do. Tell me a little bit more about how you plan to really implement moving forward.
I'll tell you a couple things. First of all, one of our goals is to make it simple to consume, meaning we don't want to hand you a 1,000-page guide on here's how to harden this device, this software. We want to make it right out of the box so it's easy. The second thing is we kind of think about it in the same way you might think about it if you were a farm-to-table restaurant. And let me explain that because I know that's weird. We don't make food. But when you think about farm-to-table, they're trying to say, look, we're going to give you great ingredients that are in season, that are grown locally, that didn't require a lot of carbon to get there, and we're going to turn it into great food. Okay, that's what we do. Think about the software supply chain. Mm-hmm. You want to make sure the software supply chain only includes the freshest and most secure ingredients that perform the best, and that's what Veritas does. And we have some real serious practices around that. The second piece is then you have to turn it into great food. And when you think about that, that's the development process, putting all the pieces together in the right way with the right spices to make it awesome. And then the last piece I'll add is you got to do some sanitary food handling practices. No one wants an upset stomach at this great restaurant. So everyone's got to wash their hands. We've all seen the sign. And that's really about how we make sure we have the right practices. And we measure that throughout. And when you think about the CISA Secure by Design Pledge, it's all about those processes and taking on a new way to measure and validate. And we've already been doing the measurement. So for us, it's about picking some new projects to get even better, even more confident in what we're delivering. So last few years, one of the projects we did was we created the Red Lab. That's where we test and validate our solutions against malware, ransomware, so that we can be sure it actually will secure the data, that we actually respond correctly when we find an anomaly. And frankly, I'm just super excited about all the deliveries we've made recently, things around our self-defending infrastructure, things around our ability to find new anomalies in data, integrations with great security partners, and all of that wrapped up together with what we've already built with Zero Trust to help you get to a state where you have zero doubt that you can recover, zero doubt that the data will be secure. And that's what really matters.
That does really matter. Our customers can really have zero doubt. That's amazing. Well, thank you for sharing with me today. And I'm really excited about how many across the industry are now signing up for the CISA Secure by Design Pledge. It really shows a great move forward for our whole industry. So thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for joining us today.